And welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining our Sunday service this morning. My name is Athena. I'll be helping lead the first portion of our service. A little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what is commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or a therapeutic organization. We encourage anyone facing trauma, recovery, or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they're not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded. If you have any questions about, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we will invite you to journal. So now's a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we'll begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude. A reading from our rotating text, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading, and a reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we'll bring the official service to a close, and from there we'll move into an optional discussion period, which we've allowed 90 minutes for until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. And with that, welcome. Thank you for joining our sanctuary community and celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. I invite Amy to lead us in our meditation this morning.
Hey everyone. Go ahead and find your spot in your seat and feel the weight of it beneath you. Sit comfortably. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath all the way to your belly button. And hold it momentarily. And breathe out until no breath remains. Continue taking deep breaths, breathing in love and light, breathing out any tension, pain, or hurt. As you continue to breathe, picture directly above your head floats a bright white light. Imagine that light coming into your body, through your head, neck, chest, stomach, and down through your legs. As it comes out of your legs, through your feet, it becomes like roots of a tree, and those connect your body to the earth. You are grounded. You are tethered. That white light then rotates up through your body, through the top of your head, connecting you to love. Continue to breathe in, hold it momentarily, and then breathe out fully. As you are breathing in and out, picture that ray of light continuing to flow out through your feet, out to the earth, back up through your body, out through the top of your head. And now take a moment to feel from your toes, up your legs, through your tailbone. And then the front of the back by your tailbone there, you can see a red flaming ball of energy spinning very evenly in complete balance. Tell yourself, I am safe. I am present moment awareness. I have abundance. Now place your awareness on your midsection just below the belly button. Picture a bright orange flaming ball spinning and spiraling and coming to complete balance. Tell yourself, I feel. I am worthy. I am creative. Now place your awareness on your diaphragm. Picture a bright yellow flaming ball swirling and rotating in complete balance. I align my personal will with the will of my higher self. I shine bright. Remember to take slow, deep breaths. Continue to picture the bright light flowing, grounding and connecting you. And remember the red ball of flaming light, the orange and yellow. I am safe. I am protected. I have abundance. I am worthy to experience all of the earthly pleasures. I know who I am and I shine bright. Now place your awareness to your heart and lungs. Picture bright green, and as you breathe in, it gets filled with some purple. This energy is also in complete balance. My heart is open. My true nature is love. I forgive and free myself from the past. I open my heart. I love myself. Move up to your throat now and picture a blue round ball of energy coming out of your throat and your mouth. I speak the truth. I forgive. I act with compassion. I am divine expression. Move your awareness now to your eyes, purple and white energy in balance. I see clearly. I trust my inner guidance. I see all the beauty around me. I know I am divine creation. All of the balls of energy in balance are balanced within me, working together. My lungs and heart connected to my mind. I am safe. I am worthy. I have abundance. I am protected. I experience all of life's gifts. I shine bright. I am loved. I am beloved. I speak my truth with compassion. I am connected. I am divine. Sit with that for a moment. And as you breathe in and out, picture that bright light coming up and down through your body and all of the energy of the rainbow working together. Much love to you all. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself back into the Zoom room with us all.
Thank you, Amy. We'll now take a moment to recognize our subtle sacrament ministers, those with us today, those out in the world partaking in sacrament, sending them love and gratitude for their practice. As we move into our litany of gratitude, I invite you to unmute your mics if you'd like and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us.
We live in all things live in us.
We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in
all things,
And
all
all
things
live in
live
us.
in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, We breathe of the air. We live in
We
all
live in all
things.
things.
All
All
things
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 live in
live in
us.
us.
We call to each other. We listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We
We
live
live
in
in
all
all
things.
things.
All things live in us.
Live in us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live
We
in
live in
all
all
things.
things.
All
All
things live in us.
things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We
We
live
live
in
in all
all
things.
all
All things live in
things.
us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions.
We live in all things.
Thank you, everyone. If you would, please resume your mute. As we move into our first reading, I invite Chris to help us.
Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. The reading for today is Mary Magdalene Revealed by Megan Watterson, paraphrased. The first time I saw the Gospel of Mary in a book story, the moment I had it in my hands, I sat down and read the entire thing. I started crying a couple pages in when Peter calls Mary his sister and says that he knows Christ loved her more than all others. He asks her to tell them what Christ told her, but did not reveal to them. Her gospel, her vision of Christ, has been buried for so long, yet her gospel was scriptural evidence of what I already believed in. In the Gospel of Mary, God is not referred to as the Father or the Mother, but simply as the good. In this gospel, sin is not inherent in being human. We are not born sinful. Christ says in Mary 3:3, there is no such thing as sin. Sin is not a state from which we must be redeemed. It is something that we produce in ourselves when we misunderstand the truth of who we are, when we forget that we are not just this ego with constant needs and desires. We are not just this body, but the soul inhabits it. Sin comes from forgetting, and it is remedied by remembering. The gospel stresses the importance of integration. It's not sin, but the ignorance of our true nature that creates suffering. We are incomplete without remembering this other half of what it means to be human. To be a true human being is to unite the ego with the soul. A true human comes into being when we complete the connection that exists between the created world, or the material, and the creating world, or the spiritual. The human is in the middle. Being human is a great privilege and purpose unto itself, to be the bridge between the created world and the creating world, to be the voice of love for the voiceless.
Thank you, Chris. We'll now take some time to reflect on this reading. So if you have your journal and pen nearby, like to just reflect in your mind's eye. We do have some journal prompts. Whether you were raised Catholic or not, the idea of original sin permeates our culture. Few of us grow up believing we are not inherently sinful or guilty. In what ways do you think this belief has impacted society? How would things look if we were told from birth that we were not sinful by our nature, but rather blessed by being human? We'll come back together here in a few minutes. like to begin finishing up your thoughts? We'll begin moving into our next reading. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Margot to help us with our next reading.
Thank you, Athena. Tao Te Ching, Chapter 44. As for your name and your body, which is the dearer? As for your body and your wealth, which is the more to be prized? As for gain and loss, which is more painful? Thus, an excessive love for anything will cost you dear in the end. The storing up of too much goods will entail a heavy loss. To know when you have enough is to be immune from disgrace. To know when to stop is to be preserved from perils. Only thus can you endure long.
Thank you, Margot. All right. I was closing out our Sunday service. I invite Eric to recognize our newly ordained ministers this week.
Good morning, everyone. It's really good to be back with you all. It's been a while. I've been sitting out of these and happy to be here for this ordination as well. Not a lot of folks right today getting ordained, but just aware that we are incrementally having a significant impact. I know that myself and several others yesterday had a unplanned co-communion with our sacrament, and that's really what this is all about. It's not to say that anyone can't take mushrooms on their own. Of course, we are not the be-all, end-all authority by any means, but there is really power in this solidarity and the learning and sharing that we gain from each other in this communion and this cooperative experience. And so I would like to celebrate today our myself ministers who are being ordained: Jade Hollowell, Angela Allred, Kurt Rogers, Michael Jordan, and Silver Love. And we have 3 friends and family ministers: Amy Samuelson, Mark Ranke, and Skylar Zahira. This is all, again, really exciting. And for those of you who are ordained ministers and are participating in this celebration that's coming up, of course, we want everyone to be involved, and we would like for all of our ministers to be there. And there will be more and more opportunities, but very much looking forward to this upcoming celebration of our growth as a community, progress as individuals. And it's really, just as always, an honor to be here sharing this with you. So thank you all so much for all of your efforts, participation, and involvement in this community and the impact that it's bringing to our nation and our world.
Well, thank you, Eric. Thank you, everyone who's practicing with the mushroom. All right, announcements. Amy.
Hello again. All right, our virtual circles and workshops are now open to non-members for suggested $5 donation and no additional cost for official members. This week, the virtual offerings include Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, Internal Family Systems with Deborah. Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern, Meet Your Power Music Workshop with Bill. Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Book Club with Susan, Russell, or Jason. Please register and find Zoom links on our events calendar on Psanctuary.org. And this Wednesday, Courtney will be leading our in-person Women's Autumn Vision Boarding Workshop at Clifton Universalist Unitarian in Louisville. During this vision boarding workshop, we'll come together and share each other's magazines, scissors, and glue to realign with what feels really good for us in the next few and final months of 2023. This circle is donation-based and open to all members of our community. Membership is not required. Autumn Spice Moon Milk available for additional donation throughout the circle. Please register via our events calendar on sanctuary.org. And applications for the late October through December cohort of Subtle Sacrament, Cultivation, Myself and Friends and Family Minister programs are now open through Sunday, October 1st. Becoming an ordained minister gives our members the fundamental education, greater protection, and continuous support to administer sacred mushrooms to ourselves and friends and family who are also official members. If you will have been a member for 4 weeks by the program start dates, you can submit your application until October 1st. We are so honored and grateful to have now over 150 ordained ministers within our community, and we're only just getting started. You can find links to apply at sanctuary.org or in your member portal. And mark your calendars for our new West Coast Sunday services led by via Zoom on the first Sunday of every month, hosted at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you're interested in assisting with either of our West Coast or East Coast Sunday services, please email our volunteer coordinator, Nancy, at volunteer@sanctuary.org. And that is all for today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amy.
Awesome.
Fundraising with James.
Hey everybody, so sorry to not be on camera. You catch me on the road today, but luckily it's another day where I'm not asking for money, so everyone's okay. 150 ordained ministers is wild. I had not kept track of that number. That's huge. So as I've been saying the last few weeks, if any of you have an interest in a public presence and looking at social media, I would love to talk to you. I think we are at such a tipping point with the ability for this thing to grow and to find the people that need to find it. And you are all the reason that that is true. So really looking forward to the next year. This is just kind of incredible.
It really is. Thank you, James. All right. Membership with Stephen.
Good morning, everybody. We have 5 new members this week. We have Elena from Maine, Cyrus from Florida, James from Kentucky, and Micheline from Indiana, and Zachary from Kentucky. Hope I said your name right, Micheline. Thank you, everyone. Welcome.
Thanks, Stephen. Thank you, everyone who has taken the time to become a member. If you're not yet a member and curious on how to begin that process, you can visit our website at sanctuary.org. All right, we'll begin closing out this service portion, recognizing we've come together with the intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love to you all.